AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Pull them up. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Streaming well today. Come on, man. I know who I be.
I ain't hear it
You know
today.
that guy.
Oh, ball suckers.
Yeah, I ain't hear the I don't hear the drops today.
Stream, y'all, you playing games with us, man. They want to hear their damn drops. Oh, boy. How you feeling, man?
I'm all right. A little tired. Went to see Captain America.
How was that? What is the AllBall review?
1 to 10, I give it about a 6. It wasn't trash, but the storyline, the plot, it was okay. Like I said, I'm not gonna say it's garbage. And then you wait after the end for the credits, and that little scene was a waste of 15 minutes. Like I said, it was okay. I'm not gonna say like I'm a real movie fanatic. Like I like that could be my job. If I go to movies every day, I get mad if I don't see the coming attractions. Like I'm one of them type guys. It was okay. Like I said, if we give it a from 1 to 10, I give it about a 6.5. I think there's not too many 10s. So I think when you got something that's like between 7 and 9, I think that's a real good movie. I don't know what the last time I seen a 10. That have to go way back to 12 Years a Slave and stuff like that.
That was a 10?
No Country. Yeah. Just well, let's go a different route, because that it's kind of sensitive and touchy. Shit like No Country for Old Men. I think Endgame and the Avengers joint, those was real good. Those is 8 9s.
Did you cry when Iron Man died?
Nah. I'm more mad that the girl died. I really loved her character. What was her name? Scarlet was not Scarlet Witch. Remember, she died getting the Infinity Stone.
From Thanos? Thanos' daughter?
Right. No. I don't care about her. No. She was best friends with my man that shot the Hawk, that shot the bow and arrow. Oh, she's in the building. The beautiful, the lovely Miss Darlene Bryant. What's going on, sweetie? Not
Darlene
Scarlet Witch.
Black Widow?
Black Widow. I was mad Black Widow died. But I wasn't sad Iron Man died, but I think it was a great ending. But yeah, it's very difficult to get 10s. I think the Green Book was a 10. I'm not gonna go all the way back to like the classics, but it's very difficult, man, to get these 10s, man. So something is 7, between 7 and 9. That to me, that's a great movie. But today, I give it about a 6. Captain America, I give it about a 6. They tried. It could have been a whole lot worse. Yeah, but I give them E for effort, but they could have kept that, bro.
Because the first one was really good, Captain America.
It's all right. I think out of that whole thing, my favorite one was Civil War. I think that was the best one, because for me, I look for everything. The storyline, the plot twist. Civil War was dope. How they turned Captain America and Iron Man against each other. At the end, they fought. To me, that was one of my favorite ones. The end game was dope because, like I said, at the end, how they all assembled, but to me, I could be wrong, but to me, the best one was probably Iron Man 1 and Civil War. Those was the best ones for me. Captain America was cool. Winter Soldier was good. Like I said, that whole thing was good. They was all good, but like I said, the new Captain America, they could have kept that, bro.
Matthew Carter says, I'll watch a whole movie critique channel with Fabian, AllBall, and Flea.
Listen, that's what I do.
We sit on our couches like Siskel and Ebert.
Listen. We need people like that. We need real people like us that's critiquing food, movies, just ugh, not you know what I mean. But like when it comes to movies, nah, bro. Like I said, Gladiator 2, trash. I'm a, I'm
I couldn't believe that. So, like, even that,
trash.
I didn't even try to watch it.
Yo, you can't have a great movie like Gladiator and then follow up with garbage. Just leave it alone. Cause it ain't even
Gladiator.
killing the box office. So it ain't like you gonna make a whole lot of money. Cause you
Well,
put Denzel in it.
where do you have Gladiator? Like, is that one of those?
Yeah, that's a 10. Braveheart is a 10.
Yeah, Braveheart is great.
I think Troy is overrated. I
Troy is
think
definitely.
three I think 300 is overrated.
Yeah,
I don't
but
I don't like the fake animation.
no, 300 is more like the Scarface of that genre, where it's like over. Even though I still think that was Al Pacino's best role, but it was still you could see it's.
Face.
Yeah, I really believe that because it's like every you're watching. He's like the Joker. I'm watching the movie for the bad guy. That's it. And
Yeah.
to me he was that intense because after the first time I watched it, I'm like, y'all hyped over this for real? Like this was the greatest movie ever. Y'all are crazy. They clearly just feel like they're on coke, just like Tony Montana after watching the film. But it's still 300 is like that where it's cartoony and you don't really,
Yeah.
you know.
I think Al Pacino's best role is The Godfather. The way he transformed from being the son in the army had nothing to do with it, and then he turned into the elite boss, smart. To me, I think that's his best work. I loved him in that. I loved him in Heat too with Robert De Niro. I love that movie. So like for me, it's certain movies that I think, like I said, for me, one of my favorite movies I can watch all the time is The Green Book. Yo, man, that's a great movie, and it's a true story.
Which one is
Great
Green
movie.
Book?
The Green Book with remember you had the black famous pianist, and he was traveling the country, and then he had to get somebody like to be his handler, and it wound up being a white guy that was kind of racist, but they formed this bond with each other, and even up until one of them passed away, they became great friends. But you got to watch the movie, bro. When I say a great movie, The Green Book, great movie, bro, great movie. Like because once again, I look at everything. I look at everything. I look at because a lot of these movies, the acting is terrible. No
Yeah.
disrespect, my man from Creed, his acting is terrible, bro. I'm
Who?
sorry, Michael B. Jordan.
Thank you. Do you hold on? Do you think that his performance in the Black Panther was that great?
Oh, that shit was terrible. His character was terrible. I'm like, yo, what is this?
His best movie is the Fruitvale Station. That was amazing. That was great. But
Yeah, that was a good movie. That was a
yeah,
good movie.
and he played the role on The Wire, which seemed kind of
He
natural.
was young. He was little. Yeah, so I don't even critique him for that.
But clearly, it's just because my girl was watching whatever Tom Clancy movie he did, and I'm like, you're only watching this because you have a crush on him or something. Because he's garbage. This is
Terrible.
horrible.
Terrible.
And then like halfway through, she was like, yeah, this shit is trash. And I ruin movies for people because if you're not, once the acting is off, like shout out to Joe Rose, he's another movie buff. Y'all would really like y'all go back and forth about that. He loves Ben Affleck. Like he loves Tom Cruise. So he thinks
the town is fire.
But he was telling me about what's the one where the accountant. And I'm like, I like the plot, but
Yo,
I hate him.
I never watched it, but now they got a part 2 coming out.
Oh yeah?
Right, so I'm gonna watch the first one because I ain't gonna lie. Every time I try to watch it, it starts off so slow that I just give up immediately.
No, it has a good plot, but I just don't like him as an act. Like if he would have found somebody like, thank you, or Matthew Carter, who is a quick Mount Rushmore of actors. That's tough, but Mount Rushmore,
So
so
hold on. Let me say this right. My father is the smartest man I know, and I'm not saying that because that's my pops. Right. When I bring up some of these names, as far what up, Fish? When I bring up some of these names as far as great actors like Denzel and things like that, my pops said, "Yo, son, let me explain to you. The English actors from back in the days is the greatest actors of all time." He tells me, "Go, yo, son, it's not even close." So like some of the names I be forgetting, but it's like when you think of guys like Humphrey Bogart and all that, they not even nowhere near as great as some of the guys. Like I be forgetting some of the names, but for me, if I'm you know, we're gonna talk about now, right? You know, for me, you gotta go. I'm gonna go Robert De Niro. I'm gonna go Al Pacino. I'm gonna go Denzel, and I'm gonna go my guy that passed away, man. Rest in peace. I love his acting skills was off the charts because he had range. My guy that was the bad guy, Mission Impossible.
Oh, you always bring him up. Phillips.
Seymour
Philip.
Phillips or something like that.
Yeah, Seymour Hoffman.
Sean. Yeah, see, Sean Connery. Remember them? Like, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm a Fish would probably know because he's a little older than us, and that's no shot at Fish. But I'm gonna get a list from my pops. Cause like when we be having these talks, yo, bro, like the shit he breaks down is crazy. And but for me, it would be Philip Seymour, I think it's something like that.
Philip Seymour
Gotta
Hoffman.
put Denzel, and I'm you know, to in the last 30, 40 years to not have Al Pacino or Robert De Niro in it is just out of control. But it's a lot of great actors. I think Jamie Foxx in right roles is the greatest. That shit he did in Ray, you would never see a performance like that ever, bro.
Yeah, and then Ray, and when he played on Muhammad Ali's trainer.
Yeah, legendary. Legendary.
And Matthew Calder, I think the comic actors are probably the best actors. I mean, you said Jamie Foxx, Jim Carrey kills roles, and then what I was just thinking of right now was Jim Carrey, Jamie Foxx, and Robert Williams.
Yo,
probably the GOAT of all kind of comedian actors.
Yeah, you know who else is one of the GOATs too? What's the name of them father? What's my man that had the hit TV show and then you know he caught HIV and then he started bugging? White boy. My man from he was the pitcher in what was the comedy movie about baseball with Wesley Snipes?
Charlie Sheen, his father,
right? His pops, bro.
Estevez.
No, the father.
Right, but that's
bro.
Remember he
had
the real name.
He's legendary, and I'm gonna tell you who else is legendary. You ever seen the guy that played Speed, that played the bad guy?
Yeah,
bro. So you know, for me, yeah, Martin Sheen. So it's a lot of legendary guys. But if we're gonna go with recent, but I'm gonna be honest, bro. When you talk to like old heads, that's like probably 60 and up, bro. Denzel ain't in their top. Denzel's not in their Mount Rushmore. Al Pacino, Robert De Niro's not in their Mount Rushmore. Like when you talk about movies like Gone with the Wind, like that era, my pops told me that's the greatest acting you would ever see.
I just think everybody's second right now. How they spoke about what was the Godfather's name?
I know you're talking about though the guy that played the Godfather. Yeah, he gets a lot of props.
Right, but he's always everyone always said everyone's second to him, and you know I seen his versatility, but Daniel Day-Lewis for me, he plays Abe Lincoln. He played the butcher in
Marlon Brando. Thank you, Michael James. Marlon Brando.
Marlon Brando, the butcher from what's the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio? With the gangs of New York.
Gangs of New York. Yeah, you always talk about that. Yeah.
Yo, Gangs of New York is crazy. Oh, you don't like Gangs of New York?
No. Yeah, no, it's a good movie. Definitely great movie. But listen, Leonardo DiCaprio got a catalog, man.
He's another one for me. Him and Denzel just played the same guy after a while. Like they're the same dude to me. Leo's like a schizophrenic, nervous kind of guy.
I love them in Catch Me If You Can. To me, that's one of his best roles. I'm sorry.
But to me, he's the same guy. It's just that Catch Me If You Can is crazy.
It's a true story. That shit is legendary.
Yeah, that shit is hot.
Yeah. So for me, I'm the weird guy that I give great actors props for the movies that people may tend to forget about. You know, because everybody's always going to talk about The Wolf of Wall Street or Django or something. But I'm going with the unpopular one because, like I said, I'm watching. Like when it comes to movies, I'm watching everything. The camera work, the angle work. Like I said, the plot, the twist, true stories. But yeah. But before we get to our topics. My guy that played 12 Years a Slave, I thought after that he was going to take off.
Black
and
dude?
He kind of slowed up. I forgot his name. Remember, he would. Yeah. But he slowed up.
The one with the beard?
Remember, he played remember in Salt, he was the black cop.
He's if I'm not mistaken, it's the same guy. He's in some action film right now. I seen a clip. I gotta rewatch it.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, bro.
There's a new action movie where somebody starts sniping at him and he throws these drones out and shoots it at them. I don't know what movie this is. This looks crazy. The
Yeah,
police
yeah.
chief of
Edward
Miami
James.
Vice.
Yeah.
Oh no, Ole Miss. Nah, he's crazy. There's a lot. There's a lot, like you said. And then we don't even like once you deep dive into movies like that, how it changed, how the French changed the game with French noir, black films like that, darker films, and then The Godfather changed the film industry, and of course, what's his name? I forget his
Thank
name
you, Charles
now.
Smith. There go. I can't pronounce his name. That's him right there.
Chiwetel.
Yeah, I loved him in Saw. Remember, he played in King. Frank Lucas' brother.
Oh, then that's him. Yep, that's him.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
in a
yeah,
new
yeah,
some movie he's in, an action movie that looks bananas.
yeah.
The only scene like I said, they're trying to
I like his
flip him,
roles.
they're trying to snipe
Yeah,
him. He blocks it. I
yeah,
guess he's a comic book character and throws these drones out to go chase the person, the sniper. I seen that one scene. I'm like, what is this movie? I want to watch it.
yeah.
And I think it's Akira. Whoever made Seven Samurais killed the game. They changed the game forever. Because after that, he made the Magnificent Seven, whatever it is. But it's just like with music. You think you know music until you talk to a real music lover that will flame you. And
That's a fact.
it's always time to learn. Even with basketball, people come on and talk about the 1960s. Like, who the hell is that? That's why we try to learn. I mean, we sound arrogant. We from New York, though. You talking about? That's what we do. Act like we sold you the Brooklyn Bridge and then some. Get out of here. He played a great psychopath in Serenity. Ooh,
Yeah,
Serenity.
yeah.
Samuel
Listen,
L.
man.
Samuel is cool. Yeah, I think he's the same guy for the most part.
I,
He was in Star
I,
Wars.
I, I, I love him though because his story is legendary. Like I said, he's the definition of coming from the bottom.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But
yeah.
when we talking about great actors, he could get mentioned because of his work. But nah, bro, it's so many people that we never heard of. And there's a lot of great female actors as well. So yeah, big shout out to everybody.
I don't think just to end that with a comparison, but we'll probably get back to this. Like Johnny Depp is kind of crazy. Like
Nah, he's
he
tough.
buys, yeah, he buys into his roles.
He's
So
tough.
he's a different level. Yeah, he played. What's the dude? He played Whitey Bulger.
Yeah,
White
come on,
Mask.
that was crazy. Yeah, yeah.
I could barely watch it though because I'm like, this feels way too real. I'm not gonna watch
That
this.
shit was scary. Remember when he went to homie wife, went upstairs to the wife? She like, I'm not feeling well. He was like, she lightly choked us. You feel all right? You ain't no you're not hot or nothing like that, no fever. Yeah, Don Cheeto was great and talked to me. That's a fact.
Talk to
That's
me.
a fact.
That's the one about what's
And
the
look,
radio guy?
PD
PD
Green.
Green.
And remember, homie is in there with him from 12 Years a Slave.
Mm.
Remember, he was the radio guy that put him on the radio.
Yeah. And Shorty's in it too. That blew up. Baby
Taraji
boy.
P.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Taraji.
That was a
Shout
great
out to
movie.
her,
Great
man.
movie.
Because
Yeah.
I sometimes I don't want to get too political, but she broke down how like, yo, I don't make as much as I got an Oscar. I got all these awards. I ain't making enough. And she's been in too many high profile things to not get paid. Her name is out there. If Taraji's in the show, you're gonna get viewers just because of the name. She got a name like that. So, but she's in a lot of stuff. Like Baby Boy to me is I don't know if it might be a classic. Baby Boy is tough.
Bro, we listen. Big shout out to her, but we have to be honest, right? You'll sell out. You'll sell out in the hoods. You're not selling out in China. Your movie, if it's led by certain, you're not selling out in other countries. That's the difference between her and a Holly Berry. Like you said, the big dogs, like my man from Mission Impossible and all that. Bro, Taraji P. Henson is not. If Taraji P. Henson right now came out with him, your Anthony Hopkins legendary Fish. Thank you, Fish.
Nah, he's too crazy.
If Taraji P. Henson right now came out with a movie that she's the lead actress, bro, that shit is not going crazy overseas, bro. That shit's going crazy right in the States. That's the difference.
But the thing is, I don't know. Like if she has the metrics and she goes, yo, when I'm in these films at XYZ, I don't know, bro, because you'd be surprised where they can sell these things to.
She can't lead a film, bro. Not bro. Listen, she can lead a film, but we going to support, bro. Ain't nobody in Russia and China supporting no Taraji P, bro.
We shall see. I'll do my Googles.
Yes, thank you, Monkey Wrench International versus National, bro. That shit is for real.
It's a big deal. It's definitely a big deal. And nationally, speaking of acting, it looks like one of the biggest superstars ever in NBA history is tired. He's sick and tired. He knows the end is near. And the king of acting a fool, Draymond Green, has been told, forewarned, hey, it's over, brother. It's over.
I agree with what Steph is saying. Like Steph just looked more free. But I'm gonna tell you, he looked like he got belief. That's all. Like that's all it is. Like
He energized.
Steph, he looked like he got belief. He said to me in Utah after the trade, he looked at me and he said, "Man, it's crazy because it just dawned on me that like this is it.
This is the last run.
That's right." Like, and I said, "Yeah,
Yep.
let's do it." Like,
Let's
and
let's ride. Let's ride to the wheels fall off. Guns blazing.
it was an emotional moment, but yeah, like Jimmy, man, it's crazy, brother. Wait, it's crazy because people draw, as you know, in this league. People has learned how to draw bullshit fouls. This dude, Jimmy, he really make people foul him like that. I agree.
Whatever. He really make people foul now. Congrats, Draymond. Oh boy, we've been preaching this for several years. Steph Curry, get away from that guy. He's driving you to misery. And it looks like he's finally coming to that point. Is it too late? Is he right?
Before I respond to that, Fish, you are correct. Baron Davis needs to get off of the screen. He's terrible. Great player, but he's terrible. He agrees with everything. He's just terrible. But the end is near because of Draymond Green. Curry still got some spunk and spark to him. I watched them last night against Dallas, even though they lost. They should have won that game. But I watched him hit a couple big threes. He's nothing. He doesn't look slow. He doesn't look old. The problem, the run is over, is because of Draymond Green. The Golden State Warriors. Steph Curry has about 3 more years left at a high clip. He's not. He doesn't have to be quick. He doesn't have to be athletic. He just has to be able to stay in shape and shoot. Now, I asked you and Flea a question the other day. I said, who's better right now, Jimmy Butler or Klay Thompson? Everybody agreed and said Jimmy Butler. I said, okay, so if we have Jimmy Butler, because let's not forget, not too long ago, Golden State won a championship with Klay, Steph, and Draymond. Now, we know, they picked up Wiggins and Poole, and those guys play out of their mind for that season. Why that can't happen again? When I told y'all this, everybody laughed at me. That Golden State Warriors roster is horrific. Once you get past Curry and Jimmy Butler, that roster is terrible. Now, Kuminga's injured. But you telling me you can't package up Kuminga and all them other guys? Because at this point, you might as well keep Draymond Green. Let's be realistic. You might as well keep him. I don't think nobody wants him, but you might as well keep him.
Die on your sword.
Huh?
Die on your sword.
Right. You might as well. You kept him this long. What's the purpose of getting rid of him now?
Yeah.
I think if they get the right player, like I told you, if they could get and this is just guessing, a player like Kessler and a player like Trey Murphy, and you can keep Draymond, Jimmy Butler, and Steph Curry, they will be a problem. I'm sorry, they just will, because Curry has a chip on his shoulder and Jimmy Butler has a chip on his shoulder. But I'm going to say this. I think Steph Curry is now starting to regret Draymond Green. And I think they're regretting letting Klay Thompson go. I'm not saying Klay Thompson is playing great in Dallas, but he's playing good enough. He don't look washed up. Klay's a shooter. So let's not act like we always thought, Klay can't get his own shot and put the ball on the floor. We ain't never think of him like that. He's a shooter. Nowhere in the world right now, you telling me they can't use Klay Thompson. Now, just imagine Klay Thompson there with Jimmy Butler now and Draymond Green. So for me, I think the window is not fully closed. It's only closed because Golden State is still believing in Draymond Green. And for me, Phoenix is terrible. I'm being honest. Right now, Memphis and Houston, as good as they are in the regular season, they still young. I'm not betting against Curry and them if they playing them young teams. Clippers is dismantled. You know, you got Denver, you got the Lakers. If Dallas can stay healthy, you got OKC. Everybody else, I think Golden State can compete with if they make the right move next season. So, um, it's sad that, you know, Curry's going out like this. At least LeBron is still going out with a flash. He gets to the playoffs. He gets to a conference finals. The organization is able to make a big move and get him a superstar. It's like with Curry in these last 3-4 years, what have y'all done for me? Besides him having a 50 ball in the playoffs against Sacramento, what the hell's going on? So not only has Curry and Draymond Green given up, it seems like the organization giving up. It's like they wait for y'all to fall off. You know how you waiting for something to fall off the tree? They waiting for y'all to get out of here so they can rebuild. Because I figure once they're gone, the coach is gone. Steve Kerr's gone. And for me, the quicker they break that up, the quicker Steve Kerr can become a Knicks head coach.
Uh-oh.
We'll save that for another time. We'll save that. Yeah,
Nah,
you heard it here. Heard it here first. So all we need is that one coach to do what all great coaches do. Tweak some things, move some things, bring 4-5 of those legendary assistant coaches, and let's go. Monkey Wrench. You ain't got to think Steve Kerr's a good head coach. He got 4 of them things. He went over there and made the move that changed that whole franchise. We cannot forget that. He was the guy that asked Andre Iguodala, I need you to come off the bench. Forget about scoring. We got all the scoring in the world. Be a great defender and just knock down shots when we need you to. That changed the whole dynamic. So for me, yeah, please be over real quick so we get Steve Kerr over here. But yeah, I think Curry and him, I think Draymond Green is wrong. I think Draymond Green is ready to retire. I think he's comfortable in the podcast world. He knows, you know, he's averaging a single digits across the board. But I think, you know, if Golden State is smart, I think they got 2-3 moves they can make and be competitive. I don't think Curry is done though. And I said it. How long ago? I said I think a year or 2 ago, right, Fabian? Curry need to get out of there.
Yeah, it's been a couple of years since you said that, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad you following suit though. How long have I been saying Tom Thibodeau is the Mark Jackson of the Knicks? I never even thought about following up and saying Steve Kerr should just become the coach right after that. All ball with the usually passes the rock. But I digress. I just seen this before we went live. Draymond Green said, I got a warning from the league the other day that I've been playing too aggressively. What does that mean? I don't know. But apparently, me being in go-win mode is a problem. Draymond Green, I wouldn't say you're a moron because you've been robbing the NBA for a while. But clearly the NBA is 15 years too late. He's been mad aggressive. This is very intentional and it's clear to me. And it sums up what I've been saying, what I've been suspecting. The NBA took advantage of Steph Curry's popularity. At the peak, he was up there rivaling LeBron.
Yeah.
That was one of the most pleasant surprises as an NBA fan. We knew Steph Curry was good in college. We were hoping he would be something in the NBA, but to be this superstar, being able to be in the same conversation in an argument with the best point guard ever in Magic Johnson and people's top 5, top 10 list of all time, none of us expected that. And because of that, I feel like the NBA started giving Steph Curry the Jordan rules, right? His own Steph Curry rules. The rules changed. More traveling. You can't touch anybody. So it birthed the skill era, the most skilled era of all time. And for me, when you control the rules, you control the refs. And on top of that, Golden State was winning. So now you have, there's the part nobody wants to say about Michael Jordan, but once he started winning and he was that popular, yo, all bets was off. All bets was off. So now you change the rules up. The NBA didn't even care so much that they allowed the Golden State Warriors to have a super team. I didn't think that was going to happen. That super team was so crazy, all ball. I think David Stern was kicking in his grave like a prime Undertaker at WrestleMania. Your man was trying to come up out of there. If he canceled the Chris Paul trade, why wouldn't he cancel a Kevin Durant to the Warriors trade? But I digress. I don't know why they allowed Draymond Green to get away with all this, right? You just sit there and you go, he knocked the teammate out. Kevin Durant ran away. They asked him to come back this year. Did not want to come back. After knocking a teammate out, he's on the court trying to knock out an opponent.
No, go before that. He kicked LeBron in the nuts, caused them a championship.
He got kicked out of a finals game, so he got suspended and all that. Yes, but he's still allowed to be in the NBA. And now for me, they let Draymond get away with so much. Almost knocked somebody on the court. Draymond was contemplating retirement, and Adam Silver still was like, no, he had like empathy for him. Why? To me, it was still this push where he's about to be a podcaster, going to the media, and they were testing out I think how viral Draymond can still go. And I think that's the NBA telling Draymond, yo, Steph Curry ain't lying. Y'all are done. We got a bunch of young stars in the league. Luka's been crowned in LA. If we're following the path, it is what it is. The new king of basketball. He's in Los Angeles. We don't need Golden State anymore. Los Angeles is like the Yankees of the NBA. Hey, Draymond, it is over. It is over. They're telling you that. They're not letting you get away with this shit no more because you weren't the real superstar. You got lucky that you played with Steph and you milked the cow for as long as possible. Congratulations. I ain't mad at you. But, oh, boy, I feel like the NBA is saying exactly what Steph Curry is saying. Yo, y'all are done. And I don't agree with what you said where they can just add Trey Murphy. They need way more than that. The Lakers rejuvenated their franchise by adding a younger superstar. You've been saying it. Yeah, you maybe should have kept Klay Thompson and should have traded Draymond Green. And if you had Kevin Durant over there still, this is when you can still compete for prime time and get the NBA money and the marketing and stuff. But that ship is sailing, bro. When you can't get the calls from the refs in the league, it's over. You're done. They start kicking Draymond out of the games now, he'll really get the message. Go be a podcaster for the rest of your life. And I'm getting the deal for TNT or whoever now. Congratulations. But it's over.
But now it's over. But I think where Golden State made their biggest mistake is after they won that championship with Wiggins and Poole, still had Klay Thompson, you still had the core. That team is perfect for what the NBA is today. That team, remember, they found a way to revive themselves.
Yeah.
So that team reminded me of the first championship before Kevin Durant.
Right.
So just imagine if Draymond played nice, made sure everybody was comfortable, and they figured out a way to keep that team together, and then now you just pluck pieces and add pieces in. To me, that's where they messed up at. But it definitely is over. Only I'm saying because of Draymond Green, but I don't think it's over for Stephen Curry. Like I said, the team is terrible. And I'm the first to say you gotta have something. That team has nothing. Like I said, yesterday they beat a Dallas team where Kyrie had to go crazy. But they won their first 2 games with Jimmy Butler. Yesterday was a tough game. And it went down to the wire. So for me, Steph Curry still got some game in him. The sad part is, he's going down with the ship. And to me, that's the problem. That's why it's over. If Steph Curry, has some type of guts, yo, man, listen. You see what everybody else doing? Get me somebody here. I'm out of here. Come on, man, I did my job. 6 finals, got 4 of them things. Made y'all almost the richest franchise in the NBA, top 3. What more? Nah, I'm not going out like that. So, yeah, it's over. But to me, Draymond Green is 100% his fault.
Quick question. Trying to see if I could phrase this right. Because Steph Curry went the Tim Duncan route, right? From what we know, he never interfered with the general manager and making these decisions for the team. Do you think he should have? Well, obviously, you think he should have by getting rid of Draymond Green. But do you respect him more for just sticking to his guns, from what we know, and not interfering in these practices for the general manager?
Well, I think it's a double-edged sword. I don't think you can be right or wrong with that question. That's a great question. But remember, Tim Duncan didn't have a Draymond Green on his team that was detrimental to the team, that
But you don't
caused them
think?
championships.
But you don't think they trade like Pop was getting rid of Steven Jackson because it's like, yo, we don't want any inkling of this kind of a character on the team,
Oh,
regardless of what they think.
okay. Well, that's a great example. They got rid of his ass. No, I mean now, no. That's and look what happened. So I think that ain't have nothing to do with Tim Duncan. Probably that was the organization. Listen, what I realized, man, when you run a business and own a business, that shit is tough. The decisions you have to make, and for some reason, Golden State can't make the correct decision, which is get rid of Draymond Green. I'm sorry. Now I know if I'm a let's be for real. Jimmy Butler's over there because they gave him the money. He made it clear he wanted to go to Phoenix. Let's make that clear. If Golden State was going to give him 40 a year, he wasn't going there. They gave him 55, 111 million. That's why Jimmy Butler is in Golden State. It's not because he wanted to play with Klay Thompson. It's not because the Golden State Warriors are a great organization. They paid him. He made it clear, I want to go to Phoenix. So, that's that was a great question. I just think the Spurs, and I said this maybe 2 weeks ago, this is why Golden State will not go down as top 5 greatest franchises of all time. They had an opportunity to be ranked up there with the Lakers, the Boston, the Bulls, the Spurs. I'm not even putting them over the Miami Heat because what they were able to do in that short time, they didn't allow nobody to ruin that. If one person gonna ruin it, all right, y'all all get out of here. Then we can't forget Detroit, what they did with Isaiah and then with Chauncey Billups in them. So for me, I think the Golden State Warriors and them owners, they made that remark, and now they looking like big shot to 50 Cent. It was all good just a week ago. Y'all thought y'all was smart and better than everybody. And said y'all were light years ahead of everybody. And y'all wasn't, because y'all wasn't able to make the tough decisions, which is we got to get rid of Draymond Green. Because right now, at this point, for the past 3, however many years, he doesn't impact the game in a positive way. I'm sorry.
I think I'll end it on with this. I think he should have interfered, because as great as you are on the court, the writing was on the wall, man. The writing was on the wall. LeBron is changing teams, KD's changing teams, Kyrie's changing teams. All these guys are changing teams to find new teammates. And you could have spoken to Bob Myers at the time, and now Mike Dunleavy, and said, yo, man, I don't mind, hinted at it. I don't mind if he's gone, because I need a new cast around me. This guy's hindering us. And I've been balancing it out for over 10, 15 years now. This is a difficult act to help out. He's a great basketball mind, if you think so, but he got to go.
Klay has more basketball left in him than him. He's more productive than him. And they got rid of Klay and kept Draymond. Come on, bro.
Listen, man.
Sorry.
And speaking of having something left in them, you already stated it. Patrick Mahomes could never be the GOAT. That's what you said. But somebody agrees with you. I don't agree with you. It ain't me. Ryan Clark, who I don't want to say despise, don't like him as a personality, but I'm pretty sure you're going to find this funny, because the biggest LeBron cheerleader of them all has been flamed and exposed. Ryan Clark as Shannon Sharpe when the Patty Mahomes GOAT conversation comes to a rise on First Take.
Shannon Sharpe, you should be ashamed of yourself because you've been carrying on a GOAT debate for a man that spent 8 years in the place and never won a championship. And then when he went to team up with his homeboys, the Banana Boat boys, Dirk Nowitzki shot 1 foot fallaways and put him out of his misery. And then the next year, they was getting beat. He was cramping up in San Antonio. And if it wasn't for balls hitting the rim and people kicking the football out to Ray Allen, he lose that one too, and he played terrible. So for you to say that it could be tabled or that he had to do so much to get back into the conversation, you got to choose the side. You got to say you out here caping for LeGoat James all the time, or that GOAT conversation should have been tabled a long time ago as well. Because according to you, getting to the championship, all of those times is supposed to matter. So the fact that Patrick Mahomes has never been sent home before the AFC Championship, that got to matter. The fact that Patrick Mahomes already has 2 MVPs, that has to matter. 3 Super Bowl MVPs, that has to matter. There could be a ton of his career left where he gets back to this moment. And because he didn't shine every time he got there, a lot like a guy we know, Shannon, that you cape for every single day. The only person you have caped for more than LeBron James is your brother, and your brother actually deserved it. And so for me, it is not tabled. It's a bad night. Absolutely. But it does not erase all the things that Patrick Mahomes has accomplished. It also hasn't erased, and I know I would think Dan would agree with me here, that the first 7 years of Patrick Mahomes starting at a quarterback, that film was so much hotter than what Tom Brady's film was. That film was so much hotter than what any quarterback we have ever seen was. He's the best we've ever seen actually play the position, and that has to count in this conversation. And it better count to you, Shannon, because it's your argument.
I gotta let
every
Shannon
single
chime in.
time.
Go ahead, Shannon. Floor is yours.
Wow.
I don't even think like how you can't combat it because he just took his own argument. He 8-miled him in reverse. Oh boy, what's your reaction? Because you know this is Patty Mahomes. This is your exact take, but you don't have the LeBron takes to get cornered up like this. RC cooked him with his own poison. What you thinking, no ball?
That was good. I enjoyed that. Wow. I didn't know. Listen, he kind of roasted him right there. But he has a point. Now, for me, you know, the Patty Mahomes, if a person got 7, and let's say Pat would have won this one and he got 4, it's the same thing with LeBron and Jordan. Mike got 6, you got 4. I don't see how you're the GOAT. Now, Pat Mahomes is definitely in that conversation, because what he's done so far in his first 7-8 years in the NFL is ridiculous. And he had a chance to three-peat, you know what I mean? But you know, you still got Brady, you still got what's our guy from San Francisco?
Montana.
You still got Montana. But I love what you said about the Braun thing, because it's the honest truth. You know, you can't say one thing and then mean another. Listen, Shannon Sharpe, the way he glazes LeBron is crazy. And this is what I tell people. How could he be the GOAT? He played damn near 10 more years more than Mike. And you still don't have the most chips, the most MVPs, or the most finals MVPs. Like, what is more important? See, I like things plain and simple. Simple and plain. Big shout out our brother Flea in the building. I just seen him, right? I like things simple and plain. This is what I always ask somebody. GOAT. What's the 3 most important accolades? My opinion is championships, is regular season MVPs, and it's finals MVPs. It's not points. It's not all first NBAs. It's not none of that. It's not scoring titles. It's the joints that count. Mike got more than LeBron. So for me, I don't get the conversation, but Ryan Clark flamed Shannon Sharpe. And I love every bit of it, because it seems like nobody's out to flame each other. It's like they all glazing each other. And I'm being honest, that seemed a little personal. Ryan Clark wasn't joking. He wasn't smiling, because I'm pretty sure he's tired, like everybody else, of the LeBron glaze. It's out of control. and from Shannon Sharpe, listen, I'm being honest. I don't watch First Take just because of that. It ain't because of Stephen A. Smith. It's because Shannon Sharpe has turned into the glaze master, bro. Listen, what's the donuts? What's the famous glazed donuts?
Like a glazed donut.
No. But what's the company?
Boston cream or Krispy Kreme.
Bro, Shannon Krispy Kreme Sharpe, bro. So I listen, I love what he said. Everything he said was the truth. If you really think about it, Pat Mahomes kind of is similar as far as when it comes to the LeBron thing. LeBron been to how many finals? You lost, but you also won. Now with Pat Mahomes, are we gonna criticize him and let that hurt his GOAT status because he's lost 2-3 finals? Remember, we can't praise LeBron for going to 10 and only winning 4. Pat Mahomes been to what? This might be his 6th, right?
Yeah, he's 3. It's 5th because he's 3-2.
Okay, 5th. Right. So I love what Ryan Clark did. Shannon Sharpe was been supposed to get that smoke from somebody. So I loved it. I loved it. I think he was 100% correct. Mind your business, Flea.
That's Shannon. I don't like for him not to be able to fight back. He wasn't prepared. He didn't know he was in for this
Exactly.
for this gunslinging today. But there's no way I can compare Pat Mahomes to LeBron James or even Tom Brady for that matter. Especially these first 5 Super Bowl trips. I cannot blame Pat Mahomes for none of this. He never looked nervous to me. On Sunday, it's easy to look nervous when you ain't got no answers. You ain't got no answers, Sway, for that defensive line. It was a 4-man rush. We seen Tom Brady against a 4-man rush and we demolished them. They were a totally different team. Bro, that's what happens when you're a quarterback. You in the Lions den. When we see a quarterback is nervous, it is what it is. LeBron never had no reason to be nervous like that. That was all on him. We all said that. That was all self-imposed. From 07. Imagine if Kyrie was on that 07 team. It's a totally different thing. He would have to have rescued LeBron back then because LeBron was nervous. We can tell. We know you weren't playing the same game. Pat Mahomes, I can't front, man. He got the juice, bro. And Tom Brady, the first 5 years, he ain't had the juice like this.
She's in the building. The beautiful, the lovely Tori B. Y'all know the drill, fellas. Say what's up to the beautiful ladies. Good evening, Miss Tori B. Go ahead, Fabian. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Tori B, but I gotta still shout you out. La Turia. That should be sounding like if you listen to Bachata, Tori B, I'm pretty sure you have because you from the BX. You know you listen to at the bodega. That sound like when the dudes be crying over Bachata, like La Turia. They're crying over you. Tori B. Good evening to you. But I digress. Pat Mahomes ain't never looked nervous, all ball. This shit is, come on, man. First 5-6 years in the league. I didn't even realize he never not made it out of the AFC. His worst year was an AFC conference appearance.
Yeah.
Nah, that's too tough. And remember, he doesn't have, I think one year he had a 17th ranked defense. He doesn't have a super duper team. I know the Cheetah was there before, and Travis Kelce, one of the best tight ends of all time, but that's still a lot on his plate that he has to muster, especially against that Tampa Bay team. He was missing 2 offensive linemen in that championship game in the Super Bowl. He could have easily been 4-1 in the Super Bowls. That ain't got nothing to do with how he's starting this season. He could get to a point, if he plays 15 more years and there's more of these happening, he's going to be in a conversation. But like you said, if it was a 5th. But I going back to Ryan Clark, I just don't really care for his taste for the most part. I don't know where this came from. Like you said, it might be personal. They muster up these moments just to go viral, just for us to talk about it, and it might work. Hopefully, we get some views out of this. But I don't, he was dead right. He was dead right, bro. You can't be cheerleading LeBron for this long, trying to fight his opponents on the court. That's what took place. Ain't nobody trying to fight Pat Mahomes' opponents on the field. Ain't nobody ever did that. Nobody trying to fight Tom Brady's opponents on the field. Shannon Sharpe. Oh, boy, do we forget this? He was on courtside trying to fight the Memphis Grizzlies. He could never live that down. So moments like this, He's lucky Ryan Clark didn't put the nail in the coffin with that one. Bro, you were on the sideline trying to fight his ops, as the kids say.
Let me ask you a question. Does Pat Mahomes have the greatest first 6-7 years in sports history?
That's the part that's not talked about, and it's up there, especially for a team sport to carry a team like that, man.
Who had this much success their first 6 years, where you've been to 5 Super Bowls, probably 2. What the AFC? 2. So the thing about it, you've never played less than the AFC Championship. So you are the AFC Championship or Super Bowl. You have 3 Super Bowls, 2 regular season MVPs. Your numbers is out of this world. Name me somebody that has a better 6-7 years. Name me someone that has a first, what up, Fleet, 6-7 years in sports. It's
I could think of, again, Magic, but he had Kareem, right? But he still had a team success. Larry Bird in basketball and football, Joe Montana and that was tough in the 80s. They had a nice little run. And we only talking about offense now because we can't even talk about the defensive side with the Darryl Green and Washington Redskins. They were 3 or 4 Super Bowl appearances in the 80s, and then Terry Bradshaw in the 70s. Like, we could go. You have to go back to even do something like that. You have to, because what Pat Mahomes was doing.
Bradshaw was a bum. I'm being honest. Bradshaw, he gets too much props. I don't like Bradshaw. Never liked him. All right, he got 4 rings. We get it, but he ain't. When we talk about great quarterbacks, he ain't never mentioned. Get that nigga out of here.
He won't be.
Can't stand that nigga.
From you could see Joe Namath. He ain't in that class, but
yeah, it's personal.
Please,
I can't stand Terry Bradshaw.
I'm quiet. What's up, y'all? Never the little one. Appreciate y'all, my brothers. How y'all doing?
Shit, quiet. Same old shit.
Laturia.
That you just jumped in on that one, and we'll move on. That was a hell of a question. Who's had a better start to their careers first 6-7 years, especially with team success, other than Pat Mahomes?
I would love that. Flea can go way back. Flea, who do you think had a better 6-7 first years at the pro level? I ain't talking about college, whether it's football, baseball, or basketball. Because, I can't say, I don't want to say tennis and things like that or golf, because those are like
individual sports.
Right.
Yeah. First 6 or 7 years. How many years Joker been in the league?
8.
8?
Kind of crazy, but he only got 1 chip though. He only been to the finals once.
And the first 4 were kind of, he was getting there.
Yeah, like
Flea. But hold on, before you quick, think about it. In 6 years, Pat Mahomes has been, or almost 7 years, Pat Mahomes has been to 5 Super Bowls and 2 AFC championships. So he don't know what it is to be in the first round, the second round, 2 MVPs, 3 Super Bowls.
Oh, they're going crazy on me in the comments. Hi, I'm back with the towel on, y'all. I'm just coming from work. Jeter, Fisher's right. Jeter may be there.
This is Joker's 10th season.
There's got to be, we got to look at Magic. Did y'all say Magic?
Yeah, some people in the comments said Magic.
I think it's got to be Magic. Obviously, Bird. Shit, I would even say, Dream was in the finals. His second year in, right? 86 finals. That's Houston and Boston. That's Dream and Sampson. And Dream was a top player in the league by that time. Probably no MVPs, no individual stuff. But after that, he starts winning Defensive Player of the Year awards, MVPs. I don't know. You said first 6 or 7 years. It got to be Magic. Got to be Magic.
Look at the names that Pat Mahomes. Look at the same. Yeah. Look at the same names. The sentence, like, bruh.
Kareem,
Abdul. That's what I'm saying. I mean, his first 6 years in the league. I mean, he got 1 with Milwaukee. Then how many he had with? We may have to like.
But then did he get MVPs with Milwaukee?
Yeah, I think he got 1.
Right. So early on, Kareem was crazy.
And then the obvious one that I think we're all missing is the one who the finals trophy is named after. Isn't it Bill Russell? Ain't nobody touching Bill Russell.
Oh,
He's
Russell got a
ring
run.
master.
Russell
So
got a run.
I think he's on
Y'all
in the
ain't
class by
big.
himself. Yeah, I don't. But I never, because it's, again, they're not just carrying one side of the ball and having to motivate the defense like that.
Wayne Gretzky.
You see what Matthew Carter said? Ooh.
Edmonton Oilers.
Yeah, early on, he was crazy.
Bro, Wayne Gretzky, I'm going to be honest. When we talk about LeBron, Mike, Kobe, Pat Mahomes,
99.
that man's name,
you got to talk about 99. You
needs to be brought up.
You got to talk about 99.
He what's the word? He transcended the sport.
Bro,
wait.
Oh,
Duncan.
Tim Duncan.
For sure.
He had 2-3 in his first 6 years, 7 years.
In the finals, year 2.
Okay,
first
year
team
2.
All NBA year.
It wasn't year 1.
Year 1, I think.
Right.
As a rookie, he might have been. Yeah, year 2.
I think it was All NBA year 1. I'll look it up.
Yeah, All NBA first team year 1. All Star year 1. Like Duncan was crazy.
All NBA rookie year. Top 5 defensive player of the year, rookie of the year, top 5 MVPs, second year, third MVP, fifth.
Well, how many championships in 7 years?
He got 99, 03, 05.
So there's 3.
07. I mean, I'm going past.
No, yeah, but that's only 1 year more. I mean,
it's correct.
Nah, Duncan shit is that. I think
Duncan up there, right?
Yeah,
like Duncan got to be on that list.
Just Mahomes got the flash too. So I like that comparison, man.
Wow. Thank you, Fleet. Listen, Duncan always get lost in the sauce. Until a real basketball mind.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Duncan got to be up there for sure.
Tim Duncan's somehow underrated.
Somehow, which is ridiculous. Like,
the whole world does that to Duncan.
For sure.
Like we got to really think about this. The whole world does that to Duncan.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't bring that up, none of us would have thought about Duncan.
Yeah,
for sure.
He was like the most obvious choice too.
Yeah,
not the most obvious, but that's like
we should have named him a little earlier because I forgot about him.
But you can name anybody in your top 10 list. If we have a draft, we playing 2K. You going back to play with whatever player you want to. You could pick Kobe, Mike, Magic, Bird, Kareem, whoever, and you go, okay, I got Duncan. Everybody's like, oh shit.
Right. That's a fact, right? For real.
He's the ultimate. Just I'm showing up, lunch pail, 9 to 5.
We're probably not gonna look at it like that because of the accolades, like MVPs and things like that. But just sheer like winning basketball, and now he's a champion. Tatum done had a good first 6-7 years in the league.
Great.
First team All NBA multiple times. Like
was he a rookie his conference finals when he yammed on LeBron?
Rookie year. I just said that to OG the other day. Rookie year in Game 7 against LeBron and them.
That they had Kyrie in them that time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's tough because there's something with the other guys we mentioned. We don't feel like they left anything on the table.
Yo, can we clear up something for Latoria and what we, just so she's not lost on where we at right now?
Or who we got got rings early. Right. It's the rings and competing for the rings, because obviously Shannon Sharpe put his foot in his mouth. And you can't just say somebody in the conference finals made the finals or championship appearances. Just who competed on that level. Because for me, old boy, that's what I also wanted to say. That's why I like looking at how many times. No, Tim Duncan was a top 5 MVP candidate, top 3 his first 2-3 years in the league. That means more to me because all these guys, Shannon Sharpe, Stephen A. Smith, you ain't watching no basketball, bro. You can't break down who's the real MVP of the league and why. You can't do it. Shannon Sharpe, you can't do it. So when championships ain't everything to me personally. It can't be. MVPs can't be everything. It just can't be.
Matthew Carter's cooking. Cheryl Swoops.
For sure. No way. I mean, but let's move that over. Cheryl for sure, but Cynthia Cooper gotta be like, no disrespect to Cheryl, but if we're gonna say Cheryl, we
But
gotta.
they got the first four, some crazy shit like that.
Four of them shits.
And how old was she?
Coop was older.
Yeah, they was old heads.
Yeah.
They wasn't fresh out of college and none of that or in their prime.
That's a great call, Matthew Carter.
Wow,
for sure.
She's totally underrated now because I remember watching her on NBC and it was just like, yo, she won again. She's like, is she Michael Jordan out here? What the hell is this?
Wow.
Bananas.
That's
bananas.
Yo, man, that's definitely a great topic one day to tackle, which that may take a whole show where it's like, you know, the top 5, you know, who had the greatest, you know, careers within like the first 8, 9 years, 7, 8 years. That's gonna be tough, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
Yo, Tory B, man. Robert Ory was in the right place at the right time many times, but he ain't lead that dog nowhere. He was the dog. He had to follow the owner, man.
Wayne Gretzky and Tim Duncan, man.
Sure.
Those two names need to be brought up a lot more when we talk about sports. And it's just sad that you have all these experts and aficionados and all these guys that's been doing sports radio or sports media for 30, 40 years. And I don't know when the last time when they bring up GOAT talk, they don't bring up Duncan or Wayne Gretzky. It just goes to show you.
Pro stars.
Wow.
Wayne is worried about being entertainers as opposed to informative. Actually, no. Like, if I had, let me get on my soapbox real quick. 2 seconds, bros. If I had the opportunity to be on an ESPN platform, a Fox Sports platform, like, I understand the job. But if I'm up there, I want to impress the world to show them, like, I know my shit. Not that I could be loud and be entertaining. Okay, we can have somebody for that. But have somebody up there that's like, oh, shit, he know his stuff. Okay, he not up here faking it. Okay, I don't know. Y'all played, I was watching that clip y'all played from Ryan Clark. Dope, right? He did everything.
The shade.
He did everything he's supposed to do. But all I'm saying is all 4 of them is up there now being entertainers as opposed to like informative and real aficionados and real savants. Y'all, they love using all these fucking words. Be that. Like, I don't want to laugh when I look at you because I'm laughing at you.
Yo, Flea, if I go to ESPN, I'm trying to be loud and entertaining, man. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Then when me and you could, that's the show, right? Right? That's the show. Come on.
Yo, no disrespect, and Flea, you know how I feel about this dude. You know how I feel about him, the most influential basketball player of all time. But I gotta say this, Michael James. Dr. J ain't had the killer instinct, bro. He needed Moses to come over there and get that shit going. I saw that game 7 versus Portland, my brother. Yeah. Who was it? World B. Free, whoever was the point guard, took that shot. Okay, well, you can keep looking at the screen all you want to, guys. He's not in the same class as Tim Duncan.
I wish my daddy
I wish he was.
I wish my daddy was around right now to kill you.
I wish he was.
I ain't gonna my pops will flame you too.
I wish my daddy was sitting right. My dad is probably watching us right now. And
bro,
infuriated that you said he doesn't kill her. Ooh,
hold on. Michael J, hold on. I was just about to say that. Before the NBA, what Dr. J was doing in the ABA, didn't come to the NBA and win. Bro, I'm gonna be honest. Nah, you can't do that, Fabian. We not gonna let you do that. No, not the Doc.
Ray.
No, I'm not letting you do that. No,
come on, Ray.
No. Doc is in that conversation, bro.
He's not in no Tim Duncan conversation. He's not as good as Tim Duncan. I've seen the footage. I've seen it. I'm not trying to disrespect.
That's a whole other conversation.
That's what we talk about.
You're dumbing him down to just the dunker, and I don't like that.
I'm not. I've seen his 17-foot jump shots. I'm talking about game 7 when it mattered. He was supposed to tell the point guard, yo, give me the ball. You ain't shooting that shot against the Portland Trailblazers. That's what they were known for, not just Dr. J. The 76ers were known, McGinnis, were known for just being athletic. And the Portland Trailblazers ran circles around them.
But Fabian, the topic is who had one of the greatest, let's say between 6 to 8 years in their profession. So it's not saying Doc is better or not better than Tim Duncan. No, but we cannot discredit or forget what Doc did in the ABA and then get into the NBA and still doing what he's doing. You can't forget that.
Allen Iverson, first 7 years of his career. I'm just asking. Just asking.
Crickets.
Couple
For
MVP.
me-
I'm just asking. I'm just thinking. MVPs, scoring titles. Allen got 4, right? Did he do that in the first 7? How long did it take him?
Now, Flea, I give you
Finals?
credit, but
I'm just asking. I'm not saying
right,
he
but-
needs to be. I'm just asking.
But what's going to be tough for Allen is he didn't win. So a lot of these guys we naming,
For sure.
you know, they won the title. I think if Allen would have got 1 or 2, then he's definitely in that conversation. But I think the guys that we're naming, they actually won it. You know what I'm saying? They won multiple titles, MVPs.
Sure.
But you know, Allen definitely deserves a what do they say?
An honorable mention.
Right, he definitely deserves an honorable mention. But them other guys, man, they won.
There's levels.
Yeah. To me, that's what held Allen Iverson back. I think if Allen Iverson had 1 championship, literally, if he would have won that championship, Allen Iverson might have been some people's top 10, top 15 greatest basketball players of all time. What holds him back is a ring.
What holds him back is defense. Everybody we mentioned is gonna be a defender. Like they have an all-around game, bro. Like they impacted the game. Like I'm sorry, I know Dr. J's been to 3 chips. He didn't get that chip till Moses got there. And you know Moses
But he was
Malone
an
shit
older
was
player
crazy.
by the time Moses got there. Moses was the best player then. Moses won an MVP there.
Deion
Correct.
Sanders? Deion Sanders?
Not his first 6 years. I mean,
Okay,
he impacted the
okay.
game crazy, but
Okay,
it's tough.
he
It's tough.
ain't
It's tough as a
win.
cornerback. Yeah. No, but remember, he went back to back, 2 different teams. That was big time. Deion was big time, man. But it's tough for a cornerback to impact the game, like you know what I'm saying? Like the Honey Badger and them. That's a different kind of impact on the game. And he said, I don't get paid to tackle. Deion was crazy. And he really was impacting 3 sides of the field. Special teams, he was bananas. So
Punt
Pat
return.
Mahomes,
Yeah, for sure.
Pat Mahomes, man, he brought up a lot of
To
names
have
for you.
to have 3 Super Bowl rings in the first 6, 7 years, that's tough. That's
Yeah.
tough.
5 appearances is crazy.
5 appearances, 2
That's
AFCs, 2
That's
MVPs.
That's tough. You can't really get no better than that.
And just to close it out, do y'all remember when he got drafted, what all the people said about him? Including
No.
Shannon Sharpe and Stephen A. Smith?
Yep.
What did they say?
Not very
What?
high.
You gotta find, bro, you gotta find that. It's somebody made up you know how they do like a 2-minute. Bruh, when I say flaming Patrick Mahomes and flaming the Kansas City Chiefs,
Because he was coming out of Texas Tech and people didn't think he was good.
bro, they was flaming
They
him.
didn't think he was Fabian. People didn't think he was good.
But
Word.
he wasn't a 7th round Tom Brady pick. He was still a 1st rounder.
What round did Patrick go?
No, he might have been a first, but the point is, if you could find that video, when I say people was going, what the hell is the Kansas City Chiefs doing? I'm talking about people that played the game. Like I said, the Shannon Sharpe, all of them went
Sure.
crazy. Yo, he ain't gonna be good. All this, all that, and now look, it goes to show you, y'all niggas ain't watching the game.
He was the 10th overall pick.
Yeah, the 1st round. Yeah.
I'm trying to look for. I don't see it. Patrick's story about how he ended up being in the draft. My time in Kansas City. Alex Smith comes up.
Yeah, but just try one time before we go to the next topic. Maybe type in Pat Mahomes bad draft pick.
Hold on, Stephen A. Smith responded to that?
Yeah, everybody was.
I always said Draymond Green is like the Stephen A. Smith of basketball.
No.
And Stephen A. Smith is like the Draymond Green of sports TV, bro. Because why are you commenting on Pat? How do you know how good any quarterback is in college, Stephen A.? You don't watch college ball in the NFL. This guy's out of his mind. I can't find it. Hopefully, I gotta jump back on.
Yeah, his sound went out.
Listen, man. Moving right along from Stephen A. Smith's punk ass.
Oh man, that was a great transition.
I lied. Going right back to Stephen A. Smith. You came right back in time, Flea. You're gonna hate me. Back to back Stephen A. Smith topics. And this time he's talking about our Knicks again. Speaking of not watching the game and just reading whatever and looking at whatever stat you can look up right before you jump on the TV, Stephen A. We ain't fooled. Stephen A's latest comments after the Knicks' close encounter with the Atlanta Hawks and winning. Here's what he had to say about the New York Knicks, New York state of mind.
Pissing me off. I'm really getting disgusted with this organization right now, okay? I understand that you went out there and you got Karl Anthony Towns, who's been lights out. The brother's doing special things. Nothing but love for my man Cat right there. But I'm looking at the New York Knicks. Where's their identity? I don't want you get the story of the game is that they gave up 149 points. A Tom Thibodeau team has given up 149 points. Where's Tom Thibodeau at? Where is he? This imposter that's on the sidelines. You understand what I'm saying? Looking like Tom Thibodeau. Ain't the Tom Thibodeau I know and love. Where's the defense at? Do you realize that the New York Knicks, how horrible they are defensively? Offensively, they are off the charts. I think that Jalen Brunson, I heard you earlier, Wendy, top 5 candidate for league MVP honors. The brother is balling out. We know what Karl Anthony Towns is doing. But I'm looking at the New York Knicks right now. No surprise for a Tom Thibodeau team. Ranked dead last in the NBA in bench minutes and bench scoring. I'm so surprised. So now you're questioning their depth, okay? And then defensively, yes, OG Anunoby has been out the last 5 games. Yes, they've been 4-1 in his absence. But their defensive rating is one of the worst in the league. You've got Mikal Bridges, you've got Josh Hart, and still you're looking at a team right now that's giving up points in bunches. The New York Knicks, from a talent perspective, are the 3rd best team in the Eastern Conference behind Boston and Cleveland. We know this, okay? But the point that I'm making is you look at them and their lack of a defensive prowess or identity. There's no way in hell they have a chance against Cleveland or Boston. It's just that they should be able to beat everybody else because they're either bereft of the talent that the New York Knicks have, or they just don't have the know-how once the playoffs arrive to really, really pull something off. I know that doesn't seem to apply to Indiana because they beat the Knicks in 7 games last year. But we all know that's because the Knicks were in a walking infirmary. OG goes down. Josh Hart got hurt. Jalen Brunson goes down, etc. Everywhere you look, the Knicks had injuries. But this year, right now, I don't like their bench. I don't like their depth. I don't like their absence of a defensive identity. And I'm looking at Tom Thibodeau, and I'm like, what the hell has happened? Where is Tom Thibodeau? We need the old Tom Thibodeau, the one that actually looked like he cared about defense, because we don't see it. This man is a Hall of Fame defensive mind. I don't know what the hell has happened to the New York Knicks defense this year. I still say they're closer, but only because there's only really 2 teams in the East to be worried about.
Now, just real quick, she flamed us too. I can't stand her. She got a little bit, you know, somebody every time you see him on the screen, they're a little cool, calm, collective, smooth. But today, very animated, very loud, and was violating our Knicks too. You seen it, right, Flea? Yeah. Flea, I want you to cook because, like I said, you just came into the live. If you're ready,
I'm always ready. I just wait my turn. I'm always ready though. Like,
what they say the Fantastic Four? Flame on.
I love you, OG. Listen. Is he wrong? Let me ask my brothers first. Let me ask a question first before I go forward. Is he wrong about what he said?
He's dead wrong. He's right about one thing, the defense, which everybody knows. Everything else, he's dead wrong. Dead wrong.
Okay, so my only issue with what he said is that he has the ability to put us in our rightful place, to prop us up, to allow people to look at us in a positive light. 36 wins at the All-Star break. This is the most wins we've had since 1973.
Thank you.
The most wins before the All-Star break. I don't even know how many years that is. 40 plus? What is that? 52? That's a long time. So what I'm saying is, with 18 games over 500, we can talk about a lot of positive things. A lot of positive things is going right for the New York Knicks right now. What he highlighted is he came and watched us over last week and took everything that we talk about. They're disgusting on defense, so he's not wrong about that. We are bad defensively. We are not on the string, and when you get new guys in, your offense is going to hit first before you become great on defense. That's just, it is what it is. We got the personnel to be great on defense, but we're not there yet. I think we'll be better. Last year, this time, we were a top 5 defense in the league this time last year. So I think some of those things could change going forward. I just don't like the fact that he doesn't have balance. You got a national platform. You could go up there and talk about, why would you brush over the fact that Karl Anthony Towns is playing the best basketball of his career? Why would you brush over that Jalen Brunson is a top 5 MVP candidate right now and maybe 1, 2, 3 best point guard in the league right now? Why would you gloss over that? You could put a little stank on that. You don't got to put all the stank on where we're struggling. We know where we're struggling. And somehow we are 18 games over 500 in the 3rd seed, and y'all think Cleveland is juggernauts. They playing well. Let me see you do it in the postseason. You playing well. Boston is a champion. Cleveland, they fakers right now. I don't know if they real yet. That's only my issue. Go ahead, OG.
So for me, this is where his take, you can tell, was just pure entertainment. And he didn't watch the game yesterday. He seen the box score because he couldn't break nothing down for you because he didn't watch the game. How are you disgusted with the Knicks when, like you just said, 18 games over 500, we are legit 3 seed, only 3 games behind Boston, and we have 2 starters in the All-Star game, but you're disgusted with the Knicks? You have to make that make sense. When the last time we had 36 wins in the first 54 games, like you said, 50 plus years? When was the last time we had 2 starters in the All-Star game?
50 plus years.
So my thing is, Flea, you made a great point. Okay, we know we terrible on defense, but give us the benefit of the doubt. Our best defender is injured, and our other best defender hasn't got on the court yet. Cat is playing injured. Josh Hart is playing injured. Talk about the real. What the fuck has Cleveland done in the playoffs?
Nothing. I'm so sick of you niggas.
The last time we
Cleveland
played them, we smoked them niggas. And Fabian called it. We should sweep their ass. Will we beat them in 5? So now because they got DeAndre Hunter, which was a great pickup, but now let's talk real basketball and real Knicks shit. What's the purpose of us being scared of you? What have you done? So for me with Stephen A. Smith, bro, just stop talking Knicks shit. When it comes to the Knicks, go take a coffee break, bro, because you're not watching the games. So you can't analyze nothing. You can't break down nothing. You can't do nothing. Nigga, we won the game. Who cares what the score is? Idiot, it was overtime. All the fucking scores is that high. The game is based on offense.
That was the highest scoring game of the season, OG.
Please, I understand. Please.
We gave up the most points this season.
Please. No. Hold
I'm
on.
with you, though.
How many games that don't go into overtime is 120 to 120?
Right.
115 to 130.
For sure.
The game went into overtime.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, for him to say, he's upset at the organization, how? Nobody thought we were still going to be this good. We are legit 3rd seed. Legit. Now, I agree with the Tom Thibodeau take, and I agree with the defense take, because we talk about that all the time on Knicks Rehab. Our defense is terrible.
Awful.
But tell us something we don't know. But like you said, you always tend to forget to give us props. The female, I can't stand her. When she comes on TV, I don't watch. I can't stand her. Big shout out Wendy. Not a big fan of him, but you could tell he watched the game. And like he said, y'all are wrong. We are championship contention when we're fully healthy. Because once again, if it's not Boston, why would you put Cleveland ahead of us? Why? So for me, Stephen A. Smith, hey, go to hell, man. I ain't got no more to say about that dude. I can't stand that dude sometimes, bro. Word.
I think
Fabian's going to disappoint us now. Go ahead, Fabian. Go. Because I've been watching your face, and I know you when you start and doing all this and trying to figure out. Go, I'm listening. Go.
Don't give me all these coca muecas.
What's that mean? Coca buecas. I like that.
Coca mueca sounds like all these cokehead faces. Gaturia said it wasn't an original thought. That's my problem. It's like he showered YouTube and collected hot takes and threw them out there. Yeah, because he sounds just like AllBall. That's the part to me that's confusing. He shitted on Tom Thibodeau for like 5 minutes straight. 5 minutes straight. What is today? Ain't the Tom Thibodeau that I recognize. Tom Thibodeau this, Thibodeau that. Cat's having a good season and everything, but fuck Tom Thibodeau. That's basically what that segment was about. That was a promotion to get exactly what you want. And if there's anything Stephen A. Smith does, it's echo some popular bullshit that's out there already. Because she's right. There's no way he doesn't watch you. There's no way. I'm convinced that a lot of these motherfuckers just be watching YouTube, stealing it, and going on TV. All that shit was some shit that he did not come up with. He read the box score like y'all said, and he's just repeating what we say. Because some Knicks fans think it's, don't fire Tibbs. But for us, we're mixed. I don't disagree with the Tibbs thing. It's a Tibbs team. Why aren't we playing defense? But you can't start off the regular season by saying nobody's in our way, not even the Celtics. That's how he started the season off. But we'll get in the way of that. You should know Mitchell Robinson wasn't healthy. It was going to be some growing pains. That Atlanta game, I had to rewatch it, of course. I missed most of it. I got to see the fourth quarter live, or the OT when it was live. Precious Achiuwa had 26 points. That shit was crazy. What Cat was doing, we're beginning to see. Karl-Anthony Towns looks like he's starting to get back into form from 2 months ago. He hasn't been killing. That's how I know he wasn't watching. That's when he told on himself. No, he's just getting back. This is his third game when he's shooting well from three. Before that, he was struggling. That's what I have a problem with. You're just lying, and I know you're lying. But what he's saying is true. I don't disagree with that shit. I don't know if we have a chance against Cleveland and Boston either. I don't know what y'all talking about.
So say it again. You don't know we have a chance against who?
Boston or the Cavaliers right now. If Mitchell Robinson is not there, we need Mitchell Robinson to beat them. We need him to beat.
We know that. We know that. We all agree to that already.
I can agree with that.
No, we did not agree with that. Not this guy was talking about this from the beginning, and you too.
I said yes.
Without Mitchell Robinson, I said,
bro, I said both. Yes. Flea, like he usually know how to do. Go to the tape. Yesterday, I said for us to be successful and to have a chance to get in Boston, I said we have to be fully healthy and we need everybody. That's exactly what I said.
There's no tape, oh boy. Look.
Yo, OG, that nigga is crazy.
Yo, what I always say, when I'm wrong, that tape is rolling. That 99.9 I'm wrong, but that 00.11, like
yo, OG, that he is insane.
The other way.
My fault. I'm sorry.
But I think he's right. It's just that he's so fake. That's what we don't like about him. Like, bro, you really don't, because it's pain. That game was painful to watch. That OT and that ended the game I'm on a train watching the game like, yo, what the hell? We blew a 6-point lead. So I understand where he's coming from. He's trying to evoke that, but that's what he gets paid for. And I'm sitting there really watching him. I'm like, yo, he must have a clock in the studio and it's ticking from when he can stop talking. And he knows exactly when to say what. This guy's a masterful TV guy. I don't know, Flea, if you've heard, but apparently he's going to run for president. Like, this is getting out of hand. Yeah. Stephen A. Smith is running for president.
OG, chill. Let him talk. And so I want to move. I want to move past that.
No. We can't move past it because I hope.
Hold on, you talking about the president of the ESPN or the president of the United States? Like, what are you talking about, bro?
President of the United States, man.
Hold on.
Stop, man. He ain't. That's lies. I ain't seen nothing like that.
It's true. But the fact is, I'm not giving that no energy. No.
I don't want to flee. I don't want to, but this is the stuff we have to.
Stephen A. is a fucking joke.
Yeah,
for the real ones, for the people. Like, I hate to disrespect people, but for the casuals, they love him.
Hold on, where y'all see? Hold on, no, where y'all seen this at?
You want me to pull it up for real? They got him
Yeah.
against AOC, all kind of shit.
Nah, pull it up.
Nah.
Listen, I didn't see none of this. Pull it up.
This shit is crazy. He's so outlandish that he's like, nah, I ain't gonna run with him. Respectfully. Respectfully, I ain't gonna run for her. I ain't running with nobody. I'm doing myself. You think it's a joke, old ball?
Yeah, because y'all up here playing games, man. Come on, stop, man. I'm not gonna stop. Stop, man.
Why you think we joking for, man?
There's no way in the world. I'm not going for that.
That's
Flea, I don't believe
that's
that.
a degree, Monkey Wrench, not a certificate. Respectful.
What is?
I'm talking to Monkey Wrench.
What did he say?
That I got a certificate hanging behind me. I said, nah, it's a degree, baby.
Oh man, fronted on him. Excuse me.
That's my guy. I'm just talking shit.
No, that was ill.
That's my guy. Come on.
Told you, Flea, ain't no video out there.
Of this? Listen, this is the only article I can find. Y'all think I'm crazy?
Flea, look, the people are waiting.
No,
No,
Flea, hold on.
I
Flea
have to,
knows what I'm
OG,
talking about.
I have to agree with him, bro. It's real, though. It's real.
Stephen A. Smith won't work with prominent politicians. In months since 2024 presidential election, people have already started looking ahead to 2028 and polling potential candidates. One person getting a bit of buzz is ESPN Stephen A. Smith. Some polling has indicated that he has a few percentage points worth of support for a national presidential campaign run, and the first six star has seemed increasingly intrigued by the idea. Taking to X on Friday, Smith shared a post that someone made of him pictured side by side with U.S. Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, often referred to as AOC. Smith gave a polite no thanks to the notion and made it clear that he would only consider a run at all if he were the top dog.
Yo, man, finish this live, bro. I'm out, bro. I can't. I'm out, bro. Wrap this shit up, my
Monkey
nigga.
Red said, imagine SAS got the launch codes. That's nasty. I'm telling you. Yo, Stephen A is going to run, too. He is.
That's embarrassing.
He's going to run. This country's a joke, y'all.
Yeah, man.
Come on. Oh,
That's
I didn't want to entertain it, but let's be real. This country's a joke.
I had to entertain. I had to throw it in there somewhere. President Smith. Yo, Fish is crazy.
Yo, no, that's funny. That's funny. No, Fish is wild. That's funny.
Because hold on, y'all
never
in Texas.
see Fish talk like that.
Yeah, y'all are in Texas, so y'all know a little different life than we do over here in New York.
But I'm gonna be honest though.
Take us home. Take us home, Fabian. Fabian, don't let this be recorded. Take us home. Get us out of here.
Are we live?
Clean up a little. Love you.
I'm gonna be real. Get me out of here. Like shit might be lit.
Fabian! Get us out of here, Ray.
I can't hear the drop, so I don't know what's going on.
OG, don't do this. Don't do this, OG. Don't do this shit. Don't do this, OG. Don't. Shit might be lit.
Dude,
No.
Nigga, in the live, bro.
I can't end it because I forgot to do. Hold on a second, man. Hold on a damn second. I ain't ended nothing. Don't be mad at Stephen A. Smith, man. You can't be mad at Stephen A. Smith because he keeps his eyes on the prize, baby Papa. Flea news coming. All-Star Weekend is almost here, and Prize Picks is the best place to win cash while watching your favorite players during the game and Saturday night events like the three-point contest. You can now win up to 1,000 times your money on Prize Picks. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. You think Steph Curry will get more than 5 3-pointers next week? You think LeBron will score more than 35 points? Cook a pot taste with your friends and win real money this basketball season when you and your crew run your game on Prize Picks. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Baby Bubba. Listen, it's taking a life of its own. I have several people that have reached out to me and said that Baby Bubba that Fabian does is legendary. They like it. The people love it. I mean, on the side have texted me like, yo, that shit ill. I like that Baby Bubba. So you gotta keep that shit. You gotta keep that shit, right?
A fact.
I don't know if I just think Snoop Dogg or my man Rondell. I forgot who came up with that, but that's in. I show my man Rondell. Stephen Smith is 100% right about what? About becoming president. Oh, boy, why would it be lit? Hold on, we got.
You don't know? Oh God,
bro, you're not setting me up with this one. No, I will not do it. Y'all will not get me to say it. Maybe next time. But I had some time to think.
30 seconds. He had 30 seconds to think.
That's all I need, baby.
That's all. I know you.
That's all I need. And I ain't gonna do it.
No, I got a trivia for y'all. Whoever gets the answer, we're sending y'all $5 in Cash App if y'all can get the answer. Trivia, not you, for the chat. Next show.
Oh, next show?
Next show. Whoever.
You teasing people with dollars?
Yeah, I mean, we gotta, show some love.
Nah,
we got it.
Nah, Flea got the fresh fade.
Nigga said somebody taxes done hit. Let's go.
AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.